Hello, and welcome to my channel, Stitches with Love. My name is Elizabeth, and this is where I share all of my knitting adventures on and off the needles. Today, I have nothing off the needles, but I have a couple of things on, and then I have a non-knitting related topic to share with you just as soon as I retrieve the things that just fell. So if you're curious about what we're talking about today, grab a cup of something delightful and come along with me. All right, I'm going to set that down. Just drinking some iced tea today. All right, let's start with my latest library find since I just had to retrieve it. This is a new sock book I found at the library. It is called Charming Colorwork Socks by Charlotte Stone, creator of Stone Knits. I really love her content. She's on YouTube. You can just type in her name and she'll come up. She has beautiful patterns. I've not knit any of them. I have only admired. And so I'm really excited to try at least one of these in here. She has beautiful things. I've already gone through and I've marked the ones I want to try. These look like a lot of fun. And then the ones that really caught my eye that I think I might want to do first are these. They're called Coffee Break. And look at that. They've got little coffee cups on them. And really, what goes better together than coffee and knitting? So, new sock book. Haven't done any of the patterns yet. Really looking forward to trying them. This is by Charlotte Stone, Charming Colorwork Socks. I got it at my local library. If you can't find it there, then online or I imagine Barnes and Noble, something like that would have it. All right. I think before I dive into the knitting stuff, I want to share my non-knitting related thing. So several months back, I think I shared about wanting to take up a new hobby just because I'm not bored with knitting, but I don't want to get bored with knitting. And I just like the idea of having another creative outlet. So I decided to try watercolors. And then I discovered watercolor pencils, which I thought might be kind of fun to learn right alongside watercolor paints. So I went to Michael's and I bought just a very basic set of watercolor pencils. This is not all of them, this is just a few, but they look like regular. Oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything today. They look like regular colored pencils. They write and draw like regular pencils. But after you have sketched out whatever it is you're drawing, then you go over with a wet paintbrush like paint. So it's a completely different medium than watercolor paint. It's kind of interesting. So far, I've only done one thing with them. I went onto YouTube, which is where I learn a lot of my stuff. YouTube and then library books, that kind of thing. But she had, I can't remember the name of the woman that did this tutorial, but she had this as her tutorial. And so I more or less copied from her tutorial this little nest with eggs and the flowers. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think that for a first attempt, it's not bad. So that's my latest hobby, and I don't really consider myself an arts and crafts sort of person. I never really have been. I mean, I've kind of dabbled here and there over the years, but I've always been kind of interested in painting and drawing and wanted to kind of expand. So I think this is perfect. And I think especially for people who are in fiber arts and textiles, drawing and painting and working with just different colors and textures, it just goes together so perfectly. So I'll keep you posted as best I can on how all of that's going. All right, so on to the knitting. If that's what you're here for, then I'm going to get started here. If you're not interested in the drawing or the book talk or anything, that's fine. I'm not offended. All right, so I think I confused myself when I first shared this project. This is my coziest memory scrap blanket, and when I shared it originally, I told you that this was all 2026 Yarnable colors, but I was mistaken. It is all Yarnable yarn, but not all of it is from 2026. So what I really should have said, and I think what I had actually intended to say, and then I got confused, is that these are all socks of the month that I have made in 2026. So going back here, these are all the colors I used in the January sock of the month, and then the February sock of the month. And now I have started the stripe for March socks of the month. Those are not yet done. I'm going to get to those in a minute. But I had enough yarn that I could at least do the first square. So when this whole stripe is done, strip, when this section of the blanket is done, in theory, it will all be made out of yarn from each monthly sock that I've been doing, from my sort of self-imposed sock of the month club. So I just wanted to clear that up because I don't want there to be any confusion, particularly if you want to do a Yarnable subscription and you want to order this colorway. This was actually from November 2025, but I made it the sock of the month for 2026. I'm making good progress. I'm very pleased with how it's working up. I'm holding the yarn double stranded, so it's more like a DK weight, and I'm using a size US 4 needle, if you're interested. So that's the Coziest Memory Blanket pattern. It's free on Ravelry. There is a very similar pattern to it that is a purchase pattern. But if you're not able to purchase, I think this is a perfectly fine substitute. All right. On to some more knitting. So this weekend, I really only worked on a few projects. I did a little bit more progress on the sweater. I'm just a couple of repeats away from being able to shape the armholes for the back section. Very pleased with how that's working up. Hoping to get to the shaping today, but we'll see because I have my plans and then life happens. So what did I do with my knitting right back here? And then the other two projects that I worked on this weekend are this new pair of socks that I really don't need to cast on, but I was tired of looking at the other ones. So I did it anyway. This is the, I believe, August. I don't remember if this was August or September Yarnable of 2025, but these are just my plain vanilla socks. This is the first one that I'm making. So I did cast on a new pair of socks. I really kind of like how it's working up, actually. Originally, I thought maybe I would do the Vanilla Bean sock pattern by Kay Litton, Crazy Sock Lady, and then I decided I just want to do something quick and simple. And for me, vanilla socks just go a little bit quicker than vanilla bean. So that's what I'm going to do. And then the March socks of the month, um, I separated them. So I'm still working on these. They're almost done, but I'm only going to do them one at a time now because I want to get them done and because doing them two at a time is just time consuming and frustrating. So, in the interests of keeping this project fun and finishing it in a timely manner, ideally by the end of this month, um, I decided that one at a time is just going to be faster for me. So those are almost done. Um, I am still waiting for my Yarnable to come in for the month of April. I don't know if it has even shipped yet. I haven't heard anything from the company, and they always send out a notification via email when it's shipping off. So hopefully this week my April Yarnable will be in and I can start the April socks of the month. But until next time, happy knitting, happy Sunday, and God bless. I'll see you next time.